Have you ever wanted to go on a retreat and be a part of a group of people doing something fun together so that you can practice some self-care, so that you can experience rejuvenation, and you can come back to your real life just reinvigorated? Well, I decided back several months ago that I would create a wellness workshop in order to do this. And I created a series of 6 self-care practices that I'm trying to practice daily in my own life. Doing this in sort of a workshop fun format once a month for me to practice these skills in a different way. And I wanted to be able to share this with you. Now, I have not been able to find anything like this online so that I could pull some different ideas, because that's typically what I do. But Master Your Moment actually stands for these 6 practices. Moment is an acronym for these 6 practices. M is for meditation. O is for observation. The other M is for monograph. The E is for exercise. The N is for nurture your mind. And the T is for testimony. So these are 6 practices that if you do on a daily basis, it will help you grow and become the person that you really, truly want to be. But in this wellness workshop, we go through these 6 practices in a different way, not through the same order of how moment is spelled. And I know some of those may be kind of different, or like, well, what does that mean? I don't understand. Okay, so let's break it down a little bit. First, in this wellness workshop, we're going to start with our exercise or our movement activity. So moving every day is extremely important. I'm Leslie, by the way, and I want to welcome you to this workshop. If you are joining me, you can go through these practices together. You can stop, pause, come back to it whenever you want. But if you have about an hour, maybe even an hour and a half, depending on what your needs are, to go through this, I promise you this is going to be an activity, an experience that you will not want to forget. Because as you go through this, I want you to actively participate and do what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So we're first going to start with exercise, and then after we do our exercise and movement, that's going to transition our bodies to get ready and be prepared for what's coming next. Then after we exercise, we will move into our watercolor workshop, where I draw a picture for you. And I am by no means an artist. I'm a beginner crafter, play in the art field, but I am not a perfectionist. I just enjoy the process. And so that's why I'm sharing it with you. Don't expect that this is an actual course to teach about watercolor. That is not what this is. This is a playground for you to experiment and figure out what works best for you and how you can just have fun with art. So we'll do a watercolor painting, and all of my workshops are around specific themes. This theme for this course is a growth mindset, and we will be painting a brain on a treadmill. And as I paint and I walk you through the process, I will also discuss with you different questions and answer different questions and have some dialogue of things for you to be thinking about. And I'll have pauses for you to think about and question those different things, with some background music playing as you continue to draw. And you may need to even pause the video to catch up to a specific point, whatever the case may be. That's perfectly fine. Don't expect that you have to keep up with what I'm doing. This is all going to be pre-recorded anyway. And I would love to be able to do these live, but time-wise and figuring out connections between other people's busy lives and my busy life, that avenue just has not worked out the way I had wanted and planned for it to. So that's why I'm decided just to create this, offer it for people. I was going to sell these for like $20. That's probably why I haven't seen these, because this is something that is so valuable that people would want to pay for it. But that's fine. I'm starting out. I just need to get feedback to see if people are really enjoying it, watching it, whatever. I may need to cut that out, but whatever. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to my point. So after we do our watercolor painting, I'm going to nurture your mind through talking about conversation. The painting is the monograph portion, which is your journaling or writing part of mastering your moment. So journaling every day and art is going to be in that same realm of creativity. Then we will move into a meditation. While our watercolor is drying, we will do a meditation together. And then after the meditation, we will say some affirmations. And then we may continue with the art piece, doing some outlining or adding some other details and touches that we would like to add. And then we will finish up with an observation, and I will give you a question about, commenting something about your intention and what intentions you have for the following week or the month regarding having a growth mindset and what you have learned and experienced through this activity. So the T in moment is for the affirmations, the O for observation, and that is setting your intentions and observing yourself doing the things that you want to do in your life and seeing yourself do that, leading your life with that visualization and that intention. And that is Master Your Moment. So stick around and stay with me, and we will begin our exercise portion of this video. I also have a fitness planner. If you would like to have access to that, I'll figure out maybe possibly how to link that in the description for you to access as well. But our exercise for today is going to be learning about, and I like to experiment different things. So each time that you're on here, you're going to experience some new movement activity, and it's all about experimentation. Our movement activity is going to be around 10 minutes or so. That is something I feel is ideal to just get a quick boost of energy. It doesn't take that long, but it helps shift you from doing one thing into another. So, and building that energy. So let's start with our exercise, and it is a simple 5 exercises that we will do.
Morning sun waking us, pack the bags, hit the road. With my kids by my side, happiness will overflow. Adventures with you, my dear. Every moment joy is near. Laughing, biking, hiking through, and these memories will grow. Dancing stars, summer nights, whispers of the wild, holding hands, feeling bright, so much love like a child. Adventures with you, my dear. Every moment joy is near. Laughing, biking, hiking through, and these memories will grow. Canoeing down the silent stream, your laughter echoes in the breeze. Seeing the world with you, my dreams, filled with love and sweet ease. Footprints in the sand we leave, in the forest whispers sing. With you I always believe in the magic life can bring. Footprints in the sand we leave, in the forest whispers sing. With you I always believe in the magic life can bring.
When the world feels heavy and the road seems long, when the voice inside you says that everything is wrong, take a breath and listen to the whisper in your mind. There's a way to change the story, leave the doubt behind. Shift the thoughts from dark to light. Let your spirit take its flight. With each new insight, watch your heart ignite. Every challenge is a seed, planting strength and hope indeed. Change your thoughts and let your dreams take flight. When you stumble and you fall, don't give up the fight. Every step and every failure is a beacon in the night. Learn to see the lessons in the struggles that you face. With a heart that's open wide, you'll find a better place. Shift the thoughts from dark to light. Let your spirit take its flight. With each new insight, watch your heart ignite. Every challenge is a seed, planting strength and hope indeed. Change your thoughts and let your dreams take flight. It's not about perfection, it's about the way you grow. Embrace the imperfections and let the courage flow. Every setback is a teacher, every failure is a friend. With each new rev,
I tried to climb the mountain high, but I couldn't reach the top. Thought I'd never make it, felt like I should stop. Then I heard a little voice whispering in my head, you're not there just yet, but keep moving ahead. I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way. Gonna keep on trying every single day. Hard work, effort, that's the key to unlocking all the things I dream to be. I'm not there yet, but I know it's true. With every step I'm getting closer to. Faced a challenge, it was tough, didn't know what to do. But giving up would mean I'd never see it through. So I rolled up my sleeves, put in the work. Every failure's just a chance to learn and rework. I'm not there.
Okay, and welcome back. First, I have my inspiration for the drawing, and I'm going to put that over on the side so I can kind of look at it. I always have to have some kind of sort of inspiration to go through, since I said I'm just like a play around artist, not a full-time creator artist. So I also have my watercolors here. I got this pack off Amazon. It's really amazing. It has a lot of beautiful, vibrant colors. So that's what I use. And then I have just a little thing of water in this little tub and a paper towel. And then I also have this little craft book, watercolor booklet that I got Amazon. And I just keep up track with different ones. This was my watercolor on Hope using a rainbow. And so we will begin here. I'm going to start using a pencil first and kind of draw the outline of what I want on here as far as like the brain and the platform underneath him and the words. And then we're going to do a background before we begin. Okay, so I'm just going to do kind of like a little cloud shape. This is just an inspiration picture that I have, not this is the one I have to use. So mine is going to look a little bit more bubbly. I'm going to have a few little swirls in there. Let's see. And then his little eyes. I do not think too much about drawing. I discovered to like not be a perfectionist because it does not serve me. So I'm sort of that. It's good enough, and sometimes that serves me well, and sometimes it does not serve me well. All right. So let's do his little arm up here, and he's holding a little dumbbell because he's a little brain who's working out hard. And then he has a little light bulb over here. Some little swirls. Right. And I do a few more little swooshes. And then I'm coming up right here. Okay. And then I'm going to have his little headband, workout headband. And my pencil does not have an eraser, but I'm going to go find an eraser and erase this underneath part. So he has his little headband. And then he's going to be standing. These little legs. And then we're going to do a little yoga mat. Because he's working out. He's going to train his brain. This is going to remind us that we need to train our brains. Running out of room here. There, train your brain. Okay, so this is our beginning point. Let me run and get an eraser. And we're going to erase just this right here. There we go. All right, so let's begin with our background colors. You can choose literally any color that you want. I like blues and greens, but I'm going to put yellow kind of just around here. And you just kind of relax and enjoy the process. Remember, we're just having fun with it. Just put some paint. Don't think too much about what you're doing. I know that's easier said than done for some people. Um, but you don't really have to think too much about it. Let's talk about what training your brain means. What does it mean to train your brain? Our brains are really our thinking magnets, right? And they really control everything about us. They tell us what to do and what we want to do. If we aren't training our brain, we're going to be acting on our human impulses. If we're not thinking clearly, we can become just automatic in our behaviors. And then if we become automatic in our behaviors, sometimes we tend to do things that we don't actually want to do or that don't align with what our values are. And so that's why training our brain is very important so that we can be intentional about uh, the things that we say, the things that we do, and literally even the things that we think. That's the biggest problem is your thinking because if you're anything like me, you're constantly having thoughts all day long. They don't stop, they just keep going. Okay, I'm going to add like a few little blobs in different places. I want it to be very wet in the watercolor so it'll spread and add different textures and depths so that in some places it might be really light, in other places it might be really dark. Um, we can overlay some of it. And I think I'm going to add a little bit, maybe up in here. Okay. And then I'm going to go with like some lighter blues. Blue. And I'm sort of just dabbing. I'm not really, I don't want it to leave like a distinct shape or mark. I want it to kind of just sort of blend naturally together with the other colors that are going to go on there. Okay, so we were talking about the growth mindset and that our thoughts have a lot of power over us. So if our thoughts have a lot of power over us, we want to be really intentional about what we think. Let's do kind of a pink color here. I'll turn it a little bit more orangey, it looks like. So can you think of a time when you faced a challenge and you were able to come over it because of your mindset? You know, like your mindset could tell you, uh, just stick with it, you got this, you know, encouraging thoughts. That's kind of what you want to see in a growth mindset. Like some purplish here. Into some different colors. Want it to kind of have organic shape to it. It almost looks like a cotton candy color. Okay, so let's get back to my question. My question was, what is a challenge that you used a growth mindset with? Think. Yeah, I mean, if you watch any of my videos, you'll see my growth mindset. Currently, my challenge I'm facing right now is growing my YouTube channel. Um, and also, I'm always literally trying to up level um, my habits and how I'm being intentional about using my time and balancing my life. Like this, like little cool spark of color there. Draws your eye. Okay, let's do maybe some purple down here. Yeah, I do think we need to add some brighter colors. Get us some pinks and stuff in here. And you just have fun and play around with it. Let it spread, right? No right or wrong way to kind of put this out in there. Yeah, so it would be really easy for me to give up on creating videos and putting out content. But I'm pretty passionate about figuring out how to move into something different from my main career that I'm currently in as a school counselor. Um, just because I want a new job that can give me the freedom of choice in my time and how I use my time. I'm sure that's can be literally everybody's dream, but I have a lot of dedication to that. And so I don't give up on it. And my husband will tell me, like I'm just too tired to like think about taking action and doing action because it is hard. But I just told him like I know one that I'm meant for something more than what I'm doing. And two, that I can't stop until I get to the point that I've made that success and that breakthrough. I'm just not there yet, And like when you have a growth mindset, you have this mindset of like, yet. It's not there yet. I'm just going to keep growing, keep learning, keep trying new things. I'm going to keep mastering my moment because that's what's so important to me. Figuring out how to master my moment. Because all we really have is this moment right here and what we choose to do with it. Says a lot about who we are and who we want to be. So, how do you handle mistakes? How do you handle failure? Are you somebody that gives up easily? No, I found my daughter to really give up easily. And I think sometimes we just have to think about those failures in different ways and not as like, I'm just giving up. Sometimes, sometimes it is simply, I'm just giving up if you feel like you've given that best effort. Or it's just about pivoting and like figuring out, okay, this idea is not working. Um, I need to just change it up and you just pivot. And so it's not really, I don't ever consider things failures as much as I do like, okay, well, I don't see this working, so let's change it up. What can we do differently? How can we mix it up? Oh, I'm really liking it. So when I'm doing a piece of art, I just focus on that small aspect of what I'm doing. I don't focus on the bigger picture until you come back with details. You just want to focus on the main portion. So let's focus on our brain now and making it different little pinks or reds or whatever you want to do. I'm going to try to add a lot of water here because I do not want it to be this thick color. I might do all of it in this color and then come back with some different complementing colors. Some ways to add, and let's not paint we want to paint our little thing a different color, our headband, different color. So when I finish this video, I'm going to add some background music. I'm not playing any music right now, but I'm hoping that my background music will help complement my silences. I feel like, I don't like to listen to someone talk the whole entire time. Sometimes it's nice just to like sit with it. I want you to be able to sit with your thoughts at times, especially when I ask you some of these questions. Okay. Let's do our little light bulb. And we want to have some little rosy cheeks. Looks so good. Hmm. I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. Okay, and let's add a little bit of the black. We want to add black to the hands. It's turning a little gray here, isn't it? I'm gonna do a little bit of gray for the do these little black eyes. And I'm gonna do a green head. I don't have much green in this. Yeah, so my family's coming in and out of the rooms. Use a little silver right here for that and add the legs. Take some of this water. So, how do you think you're currently handling your failures right now? I know, like, I was super excited to be interviewed possibly by a college, a local college. Sorry, I had applied for a position at a college as a mental health coordinator. And I had just finished my LPC, which honestly I submitted my paperwork for in April and still have not heard back. So things can be really annoying when they take so long. But I remind myself to practice patience. So it was a long time before. It was like at least a month before I heard back from the job. And then I get this email and it's titled unacceptable or no, not unacceptable. It was unsuccessful. That's what it was. Unsuccessful applicant. And I'm like, unsuccessful? That's terrible. That's like not like who is this PR person and why would they tell someone they're an unsuccessful applicant? I mean, I okay, obviously I didn't get the job, but just because I didn't get the job does not mean I'm unsuccessful, right? So it's adding a label that does not define me. So I think when you have a growth mindset, you're very clear about what you know to be true about yourself. You have to have some kind of self awareness about who you are. And so, what's funny is one of the things I did, because typically this would have been something that just bothered me for hours and days. And yeah, I had to talk about it with some people and say, like, how ridiculous was that? And no, it wasn't nice for them to say, but I didn't like beat myself up about it and say like, yeah, I'm really unsuccessful. Like I should have never even applied. What would it have thinking that I could possibly do this job? You know, like I could have spiraled in so many different ways, but I didn't because I had been practicing a growth mindset. And I'm really, really proud of how far I've come just by practicing the growth mindset to be able to have that. Another incident happened where my boss was like telling me he sent an email. He's like, these kids do not need to be unsupervised. You need a plan for when you're not in your office because they were coming in my room when I wasn't there. And like, I just told them, like, don't come to my room, in my room, unless I'm there. Go back to class if I'm not there. You know, like sometimes things come up and I'm not able to let them come in. And instead of that bothering me, because I would have been like, oh no, I'm a failure. I just did something wrong again. I just got in trouble, you know, and taking it as I'm in trouble or taking it in a negative way. I didn't. I just responded like, oh yeah, I had told them not, you know, to go back to class, but in the future, my plan is going to be just like to shut my door. So got to get in the habit of doing that. That's hard to remember to do too. But uh, anyway, those are just a couple of examples that I've used recently in my own life about having a growth mindset There's so many different ways. So if you want to comment, that would be amazing, when you're finished, about something you've done or how you dealt with challenge or obstacle that normally you wouldn't have, or setting an intention about how maybe you're going to change the way you're thinking about something to have a growth mindset. I'm going to add like a little bit of green stripe in here. I want to. It probably won't show. I think it probably needs to dry before I can add it. You can see that. It's almost a little green from the yellow and blue combining. Alrighty. So there we have it. And then, what color should I do my brain? Let's do maybe this hot pink. As we're thinking about training our brains, I want you to think about, what is something in your life that you want to train? Do you want to train your mindset? Do you want to train to have a healthier lifestyle? Do you want to train yourself to be more present with your kids? Do you want to train yourself to clean your house better and get in a better routine of that? Like, there's so many things that we can train ourselves to do. What are some of your goals that you're working towards, or that you want to work towards? Okay, so I'm going to finish this part up, making these little loops, and then I think I'm going to do one of these and just go kind of around this one area a little bit darker. I think I like that. And then we're going to let this dry for a little bit. And while this is drying, we're going to start our meditation. So get in a comfortable position and get ready for that. Begin by finding a quiet place where you can sit comfortably, either on a chair or on the floor. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth, letting go of any tension. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to relax. As you continue to breathe deeply, bring your attention to the present moment. Set the intention to open your mind to grow and possibility. With each inhale, imagine drawing in a new energy and potential. With each exhale, release any limiting beliefs or doubts. Picture a seed planted in rich, fertile soil. This seed represents your potential. With every breath, see it growing, sprouting leaves, and reaching toward the sky. Visualize the roots growing deep, grounding you in resilience and strength. As the plant grows taller and stronger, imagine it facing different weather conditions: sunshine, rain, wind. These symbolize the challenges and obstacles in your life. But notice how the plant doesn't shrink or wither. Instead, it adapts and grows even stronger. It bends with the wind, absorbs the rain, and flourishes in the sunlight. Now, think of a challenge or difficulty that you are currently facing. See it as part of your growth journey, an opportunity for learning and development. Repeat silently to yourself, I embrace challenges as opportunities to grow. I am capable of learning and improving. Feel a sense of empowerment as you acknowledge that every obstacle is a stepping stone, bringing you closer to your goals. Trust in your ability to overcome and learn from each experience. Growth takes time. Just as the seed doesn't become a tree overnight, remind yourself that progress is gradual. As you continue to breathe deeply, focus on being patient with yourself. Repeat the affirmation,
I am patient with my progress. I trust the process of growth. Allow yourself to be compassionate and kind to yourself during this journey. Celebrate small wins and acknowledge the effort you put in each day. Take a few more deep breaths, feeling grounded, empowered, and open to growth. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Carry this sense of possibility and resilience with you as you go about your day.
Okay. Now that we have had our meditation with our affirmations included in it, we're going to come back to our painting just for another minute, and we're going to start with outlining the drawing and different things that we might want to add touches to. So, in this little kit that you can get, it also has this little pen in it, and I think it works really, really well as a um, I don't know what do you call it? An outliner, I guess you could say. All right. So as we outline, let's talk about how we can encourage others. So, like I had said before, my daughter's mindset can spiral very quickly for her to give up. And so I've worked with her to encourage her. When you see that someone is having something that's like not quite a growth mindset, the best way to help them is through encouraging words and letting them know and reassuring them that even though maybe they haven't done it, they still they still have that possibility. And if they're like, I think I really want to give up on this, then help them to reframe that viewpoint as a pivot and, well, how can we work through this? What could we do differently? How can we learn from this experience? Asking those kinds of questions to help direct them as well. For your kids, it could even be for your friends who might be struggling and coming to you and asking you specifically, like, hey, this has been a problem, you know, helping them and guiding them and encouraging them. I think you're doing really great. I think you should stick with it. Or you think you can say, well, what do you think about changing this idea up? Or how do you think you could adapt it to make it into something that you really want or enjoy? Things like that. I think I'm coloring in these eyes because I like it better that way. All right, we're gonna do this light bulb, redo a little bit of this. And the arm, I think I want to color in the arm as well. I think I'm gonna do that over here too. And what words or phrases do you want to use? Now, you heard some of the affirmations, so you can use some of those words or phrases, but my biggest thing is, yet. It's not there yet.
Give it time. Be patient with yourself. We didn't get to where we are overnight. Just think about how long it took a baby to learn to walk, you know? They had to crawl first. They had to learn how to stand up. It took a long time. Things in our lives sometimes can be harder than even just learning to walk. So be patient with yourself and train your brain. Of course, remember that you can spend as long or as short of time as you want on this and have a growth mindset about it. If it didn't turn out exactly like you wanted, like it's really about the process of creating, practicing this skill. You know, I've been practicing art for a while, even though I still don't consider myself an artist exactly. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this activity and we will discuss setting intentions.
I hope you really enjoyed this workshop. I found it a lot of fun. I love getting into my art and creativity. I love sitting with myself and just listening and breathing and reminding myself that I can have a growth mindset and it's going to take me a lot farther in life than if I just have a fixed mindset. So if you're interested in more about a growth mindset, I have a ton of videos coming out about that as well. So make sure to check those out. And you can use those as inspiration for your own growth and maybe set intentions to learn more about having a growth mindset, about having to practice a growth mindset, and comment below your intention. What do you want to visualize about yourself and how do you want to approach those challenges as they come to you? And like and follow for more ways to master your next moment.